The Irish data centre market is expected to top $15 billion in investment by 2025, supporting over 100,000 jobs. John Halligan, Ireland's Minister of State for Training, Skills, Innovation, Research and Development, joins me now from Datacloud Ireland to talk about Ireland's thriving tech scene. John, it's a pleasure speaking to you.
Pleasure speaking to you.
Can we maybe start by explaining what's Ireland's role in today's European tech scene?
Well, I suppose Ireland is recognised, I was making a point inside there that on the innovation scoreboard we're now recognised as number 9. Our technology is highly regarded right across the world. As a matter of fact, in the top 10 science subjects, we're now number 1 in nanotechnology, number 2 in agri-science. And all of this is driven by investing in innovation, research and development, which the Irish government is doing and has done over the last number of years. So this has put Ireland on the world stage, which has attracted, if you like, over 1,400 of the top industries in the world to Ireland. The headquarters of all of the pharmaceutical companies, ICT companies, FDI companies are based in Ireland. And they see Ireland, if you like, as a hub for innovation, a hub for research and development, and this is one of the reasons why there's such a big investment here by countries from right across the world.
It's almost a case to say that anyone that's anyone is in Ireland at the moment.
Well, look, you have the headquarters for Google, Twitter, Apple,
Facebook,
and so on,
them,
Facebook and so on, and all of the top pharmaceutical companies in the world, Israel, from Israel, Teva Pharmaceuticals, Johnson & Johnson and so on, and all of them do an assessment before they come to a country, and their assessment is a well-educated workforce, a good strong economy that's growing, close proximity to Europe, which is good for exports, but also, if you like, the investment that we make in innovation, and we make substantial investment innovation for a very small economy.
And that also falls under your scope. But within the data center space, this is an industry that's growing a lot in Ireland at the moment. How much does the data center space contribute to the Irish economy? What's the role of the data centers in this country?
With the investment that will be made over the next number of years, we're hoping that it'll bring jobs up by 2025 to maybe 100,000 jobs, which is a substantial job creation, and it has the potential to do that. The objective would be to create data centres outside of Dublin. Regionally, because some of the top industries are based outside of Dublin anyway. So we know that this is a growing, if you like, a growing economy, the collection of data, and all companies, multinational companies in the world need data stored, they need it invigorated, they need it analysed, and this will be the case over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And I really do believe myself that the collection of data will be huge and a big growth in economies right around the world.
Well, Ireland is known as the data island, so it's quite a good nickname.
Well, it is. I suppose, again, as I said, one of the reasons for that is that it requires us to do that with so many multinational companies here. And one of the things that multinational companies look for geographical setup, they look for good working conditions, the tax system in Ireland, but they also require that their data be collected and consistently collected and well collected, and they get that in Ireland.
Okay, and then when it comes to tech skills, what do you think is the biggest misconception within the tech skills space?
My own view on that is that there is a view, and we're trying to kind of deal with this in what we call Future Jobs Ireland, that you must come through the education system, through, we say, junior cert, primary cert, Institute of Technology and university, and then. But that isn't the case. Because you can skill up here in Ireland. There's lots of opportunities for maybe people that maybe weren't able to get through the education system, but have that, if you like, have that driving force within themselves to know that they can do better. I think there's a misconception that if you're doing high-end work, that you have to have high skills. You do have to attain the high skills, but you can attain those high skills without having to be at university level or Institute of Technology level. And I think we're doing that. There's lots of projects we work through within the education system that gives future skilling, we call it, and upskilling. And it gives people an opportunity to say, like, well, okay, there's a company there, and for instance, they're dealing with data. No, I'm pretty good at that. because it's something that I was, I was naturally good at. So we give people that opportunity, and there is a high take-up of people who upskill and reskill. And I think that's very important for all economies, that it's just not a question that we're taking from the workforce that comes through the education system, which is very important and ultra important to us, that as many people as possible get into third level and university education. But the very many people that don't, they have to have the same opportunities.
Okay, a lot of the data skills or a lot of the tech skills are concentrated in Dublin because of the biggest guys are based in Dublin. What other sort of hubs within Ireland are you expecting to see emerge, such as Cork, Limerick? What other places in Ireland can we see a big construction?
Again, all of the top pharmaceutical companies are based in Ireland, and like even in my own constituency, we have 3 of the top pharmaceutical companies. We have TD Pharmaceuticals from Israel. We have West Pharma from America, and by the way, West Pharma opened up their centre in Waterford. They have 7 centres around the world, and this one in Waterford is the most technologically advanced. And Bausch & Lomb from America, one of the big pharmaceutical companies. So there is a hub being created there, if you like, in Waterford. Okay. And I think if other multinationals and pharmaceutical companies, if they say, well, okay, maybe we don't want to set up in Dublin, it's too compact or so on, that where can we go that we have opportunities where we have the skills? And we do have the skills there in a place like Waterford, as we have in other cities around Ireland. So that's just a small example where you have 3 top pharmaceutical companies working outside of Dublin and creating and upping the jobs there year upon year.
Okay, and then on yourself, what sort of technology excites you the most at the moment that can really have a big impact on society? Because you're also a member of the Amnesty International. What would you say is the biggest technology out there at the moment that has really got your attention, that can transform
I suppose
things?
AI, artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
I think everybody will say that, but it's true.
Yeah.
Like, we don't I think, like, it has the ability to damage job creation. And we're caught in a kind of complex situation here. It's very hard for us to stop the advancement of technology. And we won't be able to do it, nor should we do that. But we have to ensure that AI is beneficial to humankind. We have to make sure that it isn't a displacement mechanism.
And it's inclusive.
And it's inclusive, of course. And that also, it's interesting that that I'm a member of Amnesty International. Like, we have to be very careful. We're talking about the technology now, facial recognition that's coming on board and so on. We do have to be very careful that we work within a system where we're conscious that we do not disrupt human rights. And technology can quite easily do that. Satellite technology, for instance, they can focus on you and I speaking today. The technology is so advanced, and I think while we welcome technology, we welcome artificial intelligence, I think we should be very careful that it doesn't impede on humankind to a degree that it affects their human rights. And I think that would be a message that we would say and would be forceful about.
Okay, and you've got it covered in your Innovation 2020 program. And then when it comes to Datacloud Ireland, so because we have the conference here, what does a conference like this bring into Ireland? What does it mean to Ireland?
Well, I was making the point inside of what it means to Ireland is that we have to remember this is all about collaboration and cooperation. When companies come from other countries, they bring their skills. They bring their, not only do they bring jobs and job creation, but they bring their skills and they bring their expertise, which can be amalgamated with our skills and expertise. And I also was making the point that the collaboration with companies coming into Ireland has never been greater. With our research and development. As a matter of fact, I think it's leading to another question. We've 3.7 billion have been invested last year alone.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money between private investment and government investment in research and development. One of the reasons for that is the skills that is required from companies that come in here, the advancement of technology. But it's very important for us to say it's just not a question of a top-class company coming in here and say we're creating jobs. We're creating high-paid jobs. They're bringing their skills. Some of the advanced technological companies are comfortable with sharing their skills, sharing their innovation, and sharing their technology with Ireland, which is great.
Okay, John, thanks a lot for talking to me.
Great pleasure.
I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget you can follow Data Economy on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, and also visit the website on www.dataeconomy.com.